Hello everyone, this is Skork and welcome to Skork Shorts. On this week's episode we're going to go over microorganics with my friend Mikey.
Okay, so to start with, we will be working on a horse or zebra pattern. They are very similar, just simple detail changes. So to start off with, we'll set our two blocks down, simply one block apart, it's very simple. This is to give you the right height and shape. And the next step is to choose what color you want to make horse. I often try to mix it up by making it in brown. It's up to you, you don't have to even have black hooves, you can change it to grey. Down to preference. Now, eyes, so just add two wooden buttons either side. For the ears, we'll need a fence gate, and it's simply open up, leave it open. Then that's your ear. Now, for the tail, you can do one of two things. You can either use a wooden block, have stairs, or you can add a lever. I find the lever looks a wee bit nicer and it looks a bit more compact. And then on top of this, you'd add your details, I don't know, maybe it's carrying melons, simply just by adding something like that. Now, to make the zebra, it is the exact same start. Two blocks, make your end shape, obviously making the black and white stripes throughout, then making the head, the eyes, and then instead of the ears, you simply use your iron bars to make the mane. Again, down to preference, but you'll probably be best to use the lever here for the tail. And that's your two animals so far. Okay, so our next animal will be an elephant, and it will be the simple start of putting the feet down. It's a wee bit, obviously it's wider than the horses, so we'll make it 3 wide. So this is simply done by adding the feet in a diagonal pattern to give it a wee bit more flow than the horses have. Same idea, start building up the legs. The only difference with this is, obviously, it's one taller than a horse. Elephant's a wee bit bigger. And we start by making a square frame. Now, obviously, we don't want one thing to look a wee bit blocky, so we'll just carry on from this to add a wee bit more texture. Now, this is done simply by making the number of blocks odd on the top, opposed to the square or rectangle. Now, after you've got the main body, we then start to mold the head. This is simply done by building up the blocks as we go along. Now, you'll need to leave this square so that you can add the ears and still have enough texture for the head. Trunk. That. We add the eyes. This will give you a good indicator of where your ears are going to go. Now, I tend to use the dark wool for the inside. Now, you can use pink if you wish. I feel that makes it look a bit more cartoony, less realistic. So we will add dark grey for now. Now, after this, it's as simple as blocking off the dark grey at the back, ears, and then depending on what you're going to use the elephant for, we can add our brown wool as the saddle. And then simply to complete, we add the lever for the tail. Simple as that. Now, onto our next animal, we will try a giraffe. This is the same as the elephant. We start with our diagonal feet, simply to give it a wee bit more motion than before, and build up our legs. Now, with this, obviously, you're going to want to make it a wee bit taller again, so 1 block will do. And same with the elephant, you're completing the rectangle as the center body. This will be where you'll base everything off. Now, as simple as this, if you were building the leg, you add the neck and make this L shape. That will give you the right shape for the head. And as we did with our horses, it's simply adding fence gate, ears, brown button for eyes, nice lever for a tail, and our odd top just to give it a wee bit more shape. Now, of course, you can also add, what I like to do is put a wee tongue there, just to make it a wee bit cuter. And that's it. Again, with the zoo, if you were going to do one, you can add a saddle, just with the brown wool. And there's your giraffe. Okay, so next we'll try a turtle. Now this is done by making a simple bridge across, bridge shape, for the outer shell, and giving it the rounded effect by bringing this in at the back where his tail is. And then the head, you bring it in again, cut off the corners, bring his head out, and then add your eyes. Now the interesting thing about this is if you don't have adjoining textures mod, you will be able to see the lines between all of the blocks, which gives it that shell looking effect. Say you do, a simple way to fix this would be to use string as detail. Simply just by dotting all of this across and give it that shell look again. For his nose, but nice little tongue. And that's a turtle. Oh, of course you can add legs underneath. Same way that you can add them diagonally, like we did with the giraffe and the elephant, or you can have them square next to each other. And as you can see, they poke through the water enough that you can see them when you're on land. That's it, legs.
Well, thank you, Mikey, for showing us all your cool animals and stuff. Hope you guys enjoy this video. See you guys next time.